Alrighty, going on with the second portion of my existing holdings, beginning with 59 FIVN, the symbol. You can see pretty plainly here this gargantuan top spanning back to not quite 2 years, September of the year 2020. Big top on that one, and of course a broken trend line going back to its whole lifetime. Here is Invesco IVZ. Lots of prior tops on this one. Here's the most recent breakdown, and this also could be, it's pretty plainly another right triangle top. We'll drop down a line like so, just to make that a little more clear. And there is our price gap right there. Yeah, I'll leave that where it is for now, I guess. Here's the, I think I've got like I've got four ETFs amongst these 25 positions. This is the second one of them, IWM, the small caps. And you've seen this many times, but the most recent instance here is this range and the price gap in particular, which we were beneath all week long. And we got terrifyingly close to it on Thursday. Here was the price gap. And so that's 20251. The high on Thursday was 202.37, so a mere 14 pennies away from a gap violation, but it didn't do it. In fact, it fell, closed at the low. And what we really want to see here is, what we ultimately want to see is a failure of the low for the year. But in the short while, what would be great is to cut below the low we saw earlier this week. So, because, being in this range is a drag, and last time it went on forever. IYR, here's that third ETF I'm in. This is, of course, the real estate thing. And this one, we close near the low, and it's very similar in a way to the IWM. But in this instance, what we really need to do is break a gap, 107.07. Need to get below that. But the analog is holding up pretty decently here, with this being assigned similarity to this. KFY, Korn Ferry, same deal with these lots and lots of historical tops. And here's our most recent one, like so, range bound. And so, of course, what we want to see on the bearish side is a break of 59.41. Lincoln National, LNC, broke this channel a while back and had been slowly hammering out this top in this sweeping range with a very apparent break line right there. Match Group, MTCH, very large top on this one. One of these, about 100 PE, which is less than half of the PE of Tesla. So this is a relative bargain, I guess. Let's do a lifetime trend line on the bottom of this one. That's kind of interesting. So as you can see, we got pretty close to it the last dip we had. See if we can break that or not. OMF, One Main Holdings. This is one of those instances where it's a terrific chart, but boy, the options stink. They get like a 25% spread between the bid and the ask. So we need a large dollar move on this. But here's the entire topping pattern. So we'll need to see a break of 42.13. Okay, yeah, that's not a data error, that's real. PVH Corporation, another historical proof of lots of tops here, and a very cool little reversal away from this price gap. And we fell hard, tested it, fell hard again. Royal Caribbean, RCL, and here we have lower highs happening, and very typical these days, a very long-standing range within which we're trapped. Safehold, this is another glorious example of a terrific pattern with El Stinko options. But you can see already that it has moved from nearly 100 to about half that price. but I still think it's got potential given the tremendous cleanness and the clarity and size of the of that Head and Shoulders top. Nothing's more straightforward than the spiders, and I don't often trade this, but I wanted a clean, simple equity market position here. So I took, and of course this one has a gloriously tight market with bid ask. But here's the spider, and my stop on this one is a violation of the 445.94 level. And lastly, TSM, Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing. And there's our top on that one. Kind of a cool one here. This had formed a bullish pattern. It had a bullish breakout here. It failed instantly and has been kind of falling ever since with all these lower lows and lower highs. And then in very recent times, we're down into this lower range. And we had earnings report on Thursday morning. It opened pretty much near its high for the day. It closed at its low for the day. Nice bearish engulfing pattern on that one. So what we would love to see here is a failure of the 97.15 level, which would put it on track for a trip down to this long-term supporting trend line. And that's it. Those are all 25 positions. And on Saturday and Sunday, I'll walk you through interesting ideas that I'm not in yet.